A controversial product known as ear seeds has hit the headlines after an appearance on Dragon's Den.
Yeah, so it was pitched as an aid to those with the condition ME, and then it soon sparked a bit of concerned response from health charities who say that these benefits are actually unproven.
So, Dr. Nighat is here to explain just what's worrying the charities and give her take on it and tell us a little bit more about ME as well. So, lovely to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, I didn't see this Dragon's Den episode, but ear seeds, how do they claim to work? What's the purpose?
I saw the episode from Dragon's Den and I sat there watching it with my husband and I said, oh my goodness, I don't think this is going to be great, because I think that the way it seemed to be portrayed was that this was a cure for ME, and ME is a chronic, multi-complex biomedical condition which I deal with a lot in my surgery. In fact, I've had lots of patients, because for those that follow my work, I do women's health, and we know that the condition ME affects mostly, or sometimes known as chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS, can affect mostly women. And so to know that there was something that was offered on such a prestigious show like Dragon's Den, such as ear seeds, a lot of my patients contacted me off the back of that, going, is this something I can consider, Dr. Nighat Arif?
So is it something they can consider? Like, so explain what...
So let me explain what they are first.
Yeah.
And in fact, I should say, I've tried this as well. So a lot of people will know acupuncture. It's been around. It's an ancient treatment. It's ultrafine needles. This is on the principles of that. So it's neural, also around the ear pressure, because there is a lot of holistic practices that say certain pressure points in our body activate nerve endings, and then they can have a lot of self-treatment, self-healing properties within our body. So like this picture shows, you put on these little tiny pressure points along different areas. When I had ear seeds, I tried it, in fact, for sleep. A while back, and what that was that I kept it on for between 1 to 3 days, and they had a little sticky plaster on it, and the therapist that was treating me said to me, you can actually push them to trigger off the various pressure points. However, there is no evidence-based data to suggest that ear seeds work. They've been around for a long time. So as a doctor, I've come across them. Acupuncture around a long time. There's randomized, controlled, evidence-based data to show acupuncture works well for things like chronic pain, hence why that is offered in some areas, catchment areas, on the NHS.
Yeah, just quickly, because obviously, like you say, it caused quite a stir on Dragon's Den. We did get a statement from a BBC spokesperson who just said that Dragon's Den features products from entrepreneurs. It's not an endorsement of them. Dragon's Den shows real businesses pitching to investors to lift the lid on what happens in the business world. This episode features an entrepreneur sharing their own personal experience that led to a business creation. Because am I right in thinking she did suffer with ME?
So that's where I think it sort of got lost in the nuances and the translation and however it was portrayed to her. Because what she was saying, that, because I watched the episode, was that she suffered from this chronic condition and she had a thriving career and life beforehand, and then she came across holistic approaches because essentially she was being let down by traditional NHS services. So in 2021, the NICE guidance for ME, myalgic encephalitis, and chronic fatigue syndromes were updated. And there were two big things that in the NICE guidance that was noted at the time. One is that we don't know the cause of ME, actually, and it's a diagnosis of exclusion. So when I have patients who come and see me, I say to them, I'm going to look for lots of different causes, drugs, bugs, and autoimmune conditions first.
That's quite wide.
Wide. And once I've ruled that out, then I'll be able to give this to you. And it's not nice sometimes being given a diagnosis of exclusion when everything else has been excluded. We know it overlaps more so with, say, long COVID, PANS as well. We've got other autoimmune conditions like POTS or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And so the fact that NICE guidance have said we need more research because it's categorised into mild, severe, mild, moderate, severe to absolutely severe cases, severely severe cases where people are housebound, and the symptoms are so variable.
Listen, we haven't had enough time to give this justice, so come back and talk more about ME to us as well, if you would, very soon.
I would love to, because I think that we need more time on this.
Absolutely.
100%.